Since I was going to watch this anyway, and I just finished recording other videos to put on Patreon, I decided just to watch this. This is like, because I'm going to Vegas soon, so I'm talking about some Vegas behind the scenes things. This just came out 17 hours ago, so I've been researching Vegas things, because my first Vegas experience was yeah, it was something else, I'll tell you that much. So let me see, close these windows down, make sure we have a smooth stream. I'm just gonna watch this and I'm gonna get off. I'm not even gonna, it's not gonna be long, it's probably just gonna be an hour. So without further ado,
all right, so this is my secret weapon, what you're about to see.
This is the secret weapon?
This is the secret weapon.
What is
No
it?
one else in downtown does this. No one on the strip does this.
Tell me about the underworld.
He wants to know if there's such a thing as the mob.
I will eat you alive in front of everybody.
All right, and tell me the worst place. Oxygen being pumped in the casino. Is that a real thing? What do you do with the guys that you catch cheating?
Old style. What up, Gilbert? Director of Security.
Today, I'm lucky enough to shadow the youngest licensed casino operator in Las Vegas, who's on a mission to revitalize downtown. From slots to security, I get to see what really goes down behind the scenes of a billion-dollar gambling business. This is a day in the life of Jonathan Jossel, CEO of the Plaza.
This is how much we won on that day. This is how much we won in that area on that day.
Okay.
You're not supposed to be talking about this.
I didn't.
Showing you
I
all
want.
this. I didn't know you were looking.
so he really getting that inside scoop to find out what's really cracking, because they do. I mean, obviously casinos are meant to be like, oh, we're the winners, all of you guys are losers, blabby blabby bloop, and so on and so forth. But we already know what it is. It's a casino. You're not supposed to, you're supposed to, it's the place of hopes and dreams. The first time I went to Vegas, I was just like, this is exactly why people, get caught up into this trap of the Vegas life or just casino life and gamble their life away.
We're always got to be cleaning up the casino.
Okay.
And you know the expression in management, never ask someone to do something you're not willing to do yourself.
Good morning, everybody. This is Jonathan. He's the CEO here at Plaza. This is who we're going to follow around today and get an inside look at the casino industry from the man himself. I got to tell you a secret before we dive into today. So this is a very special episode for me because my senior thesis in college was a 250-page paper on the gaming industry.
No ways.
On casinos.
My thesis in the UK was the socioeconomic impacts of the gaming industry going to the UK.
And I wanted to talk because that was your goal. That was your goal, right? Is to bring a big Vegas-style casino to the.
They were talking about that, and I was helping to. I was 21 years old. I was studying what would happen in the economic impact of that. So gave me some basis for coming out here.
So the whole reason is I got in touch with Jonathan is this is a project, and I do this now more so with this Day in the Life series. It's projects, it's stories that I'm really interested in myself. So even without the camera here, I figured I'd bring you guys along with us. But my goal is to dive deeper into the reality of the casino business, and Jonathan was nice enough to allow us to come in and tell us literally all of his secrets today. So the video games, I always assumed that they're rigged. They're like, all right, this is a computer operated system. You have X amount of percentage chance. But we've talked off camera, that's not the case.
It's not the case. And firstly, look how beautiful this is. I mean, look how great looking the screen is and the technology that goes into it. It's all what's called RNG, random number generator.
Okay.
It's a completely random outcome every single time you push the button.
And the
With the exception of Keno and Video Poker, a couple of those where you have a decision to make.
Okay.
But on these games, completely random. The whole thrill of the gambling is to give somebody, everyone has to win. Everyone has to experience the winning and feel the winning. And customers feel that if you set the machine too tight and they're like, I'm getting nothing on this game, it ruins their experience. Like Video Poker, we have a game here on the floor. There's my guy.
Wait, don't.
Hey, we gonna skip you, brother. Don't worry about it. Come on now. That boy was begging and pleading.
We have the games on the floor that have over 100% payback to the customer. Think about that.
Okay.
If you play perfect strategy,
Yeah.
you actually can win. So we have a game here that has 101% payback. So if you play perfect strategy for your whole time, now most people don't know how to play this game perfectly.
What is the game?
It's called Joker Poker.
Joker Poker.
Yeah.
If you are a perfect Joker Poker player,
You can make money here.
You can make money.
an honest living. For example, it depends on the game, right? So we have roulette. We have a single zero roulette table, which I'll show you later on.
okay.
That's way better odds. On the strip, you're going to play triple zero roulette. So
Okay.
there's 3 zeros,
Okay.
which means but the math on the payout stays the same. So you have 2 more numbers that you might hit where you lose, but you get paid the same amount when you win. So the hold on the triple zero roulette table is terrible compared to a single zero roulette table.
All right, and then in the slot machines, jackpot is considered anything over
$1,200.
$1,200.
It's a taxable. It's a hand pay. A taxable is $1,200, which means
Okay.
anytime you hit the button in one spin, you win more
Might
than.
be seeing everybody's grandma and auntie at the casino, bro. They be sitting at these little spots, hammering away for hours trying to get that jackpot.
$1,200. So, for example, you might hit the button and hit a hand that's worth more than $1,200. The machine will lock out. You can't play it anymore.
Really?
Somebody will have to come by, reset the machine, and give you a tax form that says you owe this tax to the government. All right, let me show you something, because you asked about a game that's going to win or when it's programmed
Yeah.
to win. So this game, for example, you'll hit the button and you'll see here, this says 149.
Okay.
The free feature must be won before 1800. So what guys can do is they can go through and they can say, hey, let's see, okay, 130 is no good. 582, getting closer. Now, if you come to this game and this is at like 1500 or 1600, you know you're going to win by the time it gets to 1800, which is every time a buffalo lands on the screen, that goes up. So you know you can win.
Okay.
Once it's called a must hit buy.
Must
so
hit.
This is a free feature, must be won before 1800. So that's an example of where you can. It's not totally random because you know it's still random when it's going to hit.
Okay.
But you're increasing your odds of getting a better.
I'm taking
And it
notes,
could-
bro. I'm taking notes. If I see a machine and it's like close to 1800 on the Buffalo joint, bro, come on. You think I'm playing? Look, if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna play the Buffalo joint. He just talking about. If it has to be really close to it, I ain't finna.
But that could be anything. It doesn't mean the jackpot's going to be hit
No,
every time. It
no.
just means like
You may not-
$20.
But if you're an advantage player, you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You would jump on this game probably, and I don't know exactly, but around 1500,
Okay.
1400. You know you're going to get the odds are in your favor of a
Okay.
positive return.
A must-win. These are must-win slots.
Sure. There's a must hit. No, this is a must hit buy.
Must hit.
And then you have other games where it's like this could be a must hit, right? Where it's 597.
Yeah.
Once it hits 600, it isn't on this game, but there's other ones where it is. So like if you jump on and it's 597 and must hit by 600, pretty good chance that you're going to get your money back. So there's an equation on that.
And there's guys that do this for a living, right?
Oh yeah. A lot of guys do this for a living, and if I try to explain to you how complicated and technical the math is, you'd be blown away.
They're just savants that just go crazy on the math.
Savants
Right?
on the math, they understand it, but it's more than just the game math. They figured out how much their offer is going to be from the casino. They figured out all of the metrics in the promotion, the game. It's a very mathematical, brilliant promotion. But there's a lot of teams doing this and guys doing this.
Really?
And some people think it's the biggest challenge in the industry.
We go get dressed up.
Rhonda's brilliant. We got to talk. Where are you going? You're not doing bingo? Oh, you're the best, Rhonda. Feel good, okay? Take care of yourself. I can't wait. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Hey, wait, tell me about those guys that work the system. You were saying that there's like group text messages. They
Yeah, so
run in a
they're
team, right?
teams. They're teams, and depending on the promotion a casino might be running, or if they've got their pay table set wrong, these guys will hit the casino. They'll fly across country. If there's a big must hit buy, they'll fly across country to go do it.
Well, it's morning for me, but good morning, afternoon, or evening for y'all. I'm watching casino gambling stuff late at night because I'm going to Vegas. So, yeah.
I know guys that fly East Coast.
And so do you go talk to them? Do you just like call them out?
I like to meet them. I say, hey, I know what you're doing, and
We know you're here.
but you know, for the most part, you don't know who they are. You don't know where they're coming from. Their teams. A lot of them stay incognito. So we're up on the penthouse floor now, but we're going to go on the roof because when I told you I came out here, it was more about downtown. This is the view of downtown that I want to give you to understand where we are. Why?
Okay.
It's more than just running a casino. It's changing the face of downtown Las Vegas. When Vegas was founded, if you do some reading on the history of Las Vegas, you'll see it all started with the train tracks, and that's where Vegas started. And this is one Main Street. When they got off the train, this was the first address they came to. And why I bring you up here is because to understand that when you run a hotel casino, you're not working in a vacuum. It's all about the neighborhood effect. So when I moved out here in 2007, this was all dilapidated hotel, rundown hotel casinos. Now you have a brand new hotel casino across from us. This is
downtown. He over in downtown Vegas. For sure. I figured so.
our 17-acre site. The plaza sits on the largest piece of property in downtown.
This is all yours?
This is all ours, 17 acres. That's my equestrian center down there. I built a rodeo equestrian center.
Come on.
I'm the only English Jewish guy running a rodeo in downtown Las Vegas. Part of my job is, what do we do with this land? How do we future develop it? What's the highest and best use? And then as the neighborhood grows, it all helps the casino, the hotel, the restaurants, because this is the area that we're operating within. And I see the people saying, man, I didn't know this was downtown. I always stay on the strip. Now when they come down here and they see there's great steakhouses, there's great shows, there's great pools, they're like, wow, I want to be down here because it's more intimate, better relationships potentially, great entertainment.
Better gambling too.
And better odds, that's the key. That's the key, you're learning fast. All right, so this is my secret weapon, what you're about to see.
This is the secret weapon.
This is the secret weapon. No one else in downtown does this. No one on the strip does this. This is called Super Bingo.
Okay.
And it used to be an annual event, and I realized it was so good that I had to do it more. And now we do it once a month, which is a little excessive, but it's a game of bingo where, depending on the month, we have between 800 and 1,000 people. Bingo as a game is starting to get younger and younger, actually. But this is Super Bingo, and we have today close to 700 people here playing bingo. And they'll play for 6 hours a day. The biggest prize you can win is the $50,000.
It's 50,000 of that 160. So 160 is spread out
Yes,
for a couple different
exactly.
people.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the buy-in supports the jackpot, correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
You want me to tell you how much money I'm making?
yeah, dollars and cents. I told you we're gonna give you the secret.
We do good on Super
Just
Bingo.
do this. Just do. How much?
It's why I call it my secret weapon. It's why I call it the secret weapon. Take a look at this.
They're just about to get ready to announce and welcome everybody in here. There's hundreds of people in this room. Usually it's a normal convention room, but once a month, I guess I should say 11 times a year, this turns into a sea of bingo-loving fanatics.
Good afternoon, everybody. Who's ready for some bingo? I said, who's ready for some bingo? So before we get started, I want to thank, as always, Weldon, Elise, Rains. Rains, come on, man, pay attention, I'm talking. Rains, woo! Rains and the whole bingo team here. You guys do the best job in the city. We appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Rains runs the bingo room. He knows everyone in this room. He shakes their hands, he gets to know them, and then he books them for the next one.
16.
Rains, can I put you on the spot? What's the woman in the green shirt with the red hair saying?
They're local. It's Sharon and Minnie. They're actually
No.
Respect.
G58.
Thanks, Rains. Here's the third chance coverall. Super coverall's 50 grand each day.
Wow.
But you know, the first game you were winning $11.99. Now notice the amount there.
$11.99, which is $1 less than your taxable income, right? He knows what he's doing.
I'm 27.
The Godfather, the
feel like a lot of
man,
you.
the Golden Goose, Walden Russell. This man knows everything about bingo and Keno in the world. He went to Australia to found Keno for that country.
Well, where do I start?
And he got shot in the neck in Vietnam, which is why he has an interesting voice.
Bad voice.
I needed help in bingo. I didn't know what I was doing. I
I
was
was
being this
traveling
man.
back and forth to Texas on a job. They offered me a job. I started. He let me do what I wanted. which was very unusual in this business.
Now, with the success of the bingo secret weapon, one, are other people copying, and two, are other people trying to pull you away?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Why not, Weldon?
I told him I'll stay for 2, maybe 3 years.
What? You just resigned? You just resigned on TV? What's wrong with you?
I'm old. I've got a great crew, so, you know. When I came here 8 years ago, this property wasn't really nice. Since then, it's one of the top properties in town.
See, what's been the major shift in Las Vegas in the casino industry? Where is it going versus what you've seen over the years?
Bingo, keno, slots,
Okay.
slots mainly.
Okay.
You know, table games used to be the thing. Now it's slots. Is the big
Okay.
push.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Well, it's great to meet you. Take one of those. I'll take one of these.
Look at this. This is Kathy. Oh, how you guys doing? Say hi. This is Garrett.
I heard you're the ace here.
Well, she makes the t-shirts. How you doing? Nice to see you.
Do you need some shirts? Honey?
No, I was just telling them how cool you are with your t-shirts. Now she's got the hat on, the bingo.
You can come and sit with me, honey. I'll show you high school.
Show me your ways.
And 41.
Have you won it all today?
Oh, not yet. No, we didn't wait.
What's the biggest bingo jackpot you've ever hit?
50,000.
When was it? How long ago?
Oh, that was a while. But the really big one is whenever I want a car and let's make it.
G50.
You did? Let's go. That's incredible.
I'll show you the tape. Come and see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck this weekend. I hope you win the jackpot.
All right, Lucy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you guys.
Hello.
She was watching him on her phone a second ago.
Me?
You're watching me?
Yes.
No,
You walked in.
how about that?
I love
Hold
his
on.
eyes. I'm like, I know you.
I thought I didn't know.
Watched the episode from last night.
G53.
Wait, which episode?
From last night, the one that you, the drug dealer, that you like Sam.
Oh, that's not me.
Yes, it is.
That's why I thought she was calling you no. I was like,
I thought you were talking. No, I'm not on TV.
And 31.
Let me see. Show them.
So Noah, we have to be him.
Okay, I'm him. For you, I'm him.
In our minds, you're him. Yes, right now.
G58.
That's it.
you got shushed in the bingo game.
I got a hard shush in the bingo game. We got to get out of here.
Look good.
Garrett, oh, thank you so much.
I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, thank you very much.
What do you do? Give us a quick.
I make content for Las Vegas, the areas around Las Vegas, stuff to do with gambling, anything I find interesting. Most of the casinos can't stand me, to be honest with you, because I expose all their financials and all their foibles and all that.
What's the one casino you expose the most?
Well, it's funny. I had a lot of issues with Resorts World. Here's a little heads up for you. They're not going to make it. They have $9 billion in debt.
So we
Their
should short
equity
it?
is shrinking.
Should we short the stock?
I can show you. What's that property worth? Let's ask an opinion. Let's ask a professional.
Forget that part. You can see why they might have a problem with him.
First of all, the casino business is extremely difficult. People don't realize how hard it is. They think you just open your doors and all this money comes rushing in.
Right.
Everybody thinks the plaza, and they reference their memory banks, and they don't know what this guy did over here. Now, I like to blow smoke up his tuchus because he talks to me and nobody else does. But the hard reality is look at it. In other words, like it sells itself. And if you go downstairs, the game rules: single, zero roulette, 10 times odds on craps, 3-2 blackjack. These are facts.
This wasn't planned. This is a
but I don't like stuff that's subjective. Nice meeting you.
Great to meet you. Listen, we could do an entire episode on Pauly C. He's a great character and could have talked forever, which he did. But in an effort to keep this episode under 2 hours, I cut it down and we move on. One obvious aspect of CEO life is managing details and putting out fires. All day, Jonathan's receiving calls and sending text messages just to keep things moving forward. The donuts, everything from donuts to bingo to the slot machines and everything in between. The penthouse, he's got his fingers in everything.
All right, so here's the offices now. What up, Gilbert? Director of Security. Thank you for dressing up, Gil. Wow, you really look like the Director of Security today. Look at this.
How are you?
I'm good. How's everything going?
Very good.
Sir.
This is his office over here.
What are you worried about today?
I'm worried about protecting the assets of the company as well as Mr. Johnson, who takes a lot of chances with both business and his own safety sometimes.
What's your background? Is it?
I was a police officer here in North Las Vegas for over a decade. I was in the military before that.
Okay.
So this is pretty much what you have when you have a director of security in any of the major casinos. That's what you're going to have.
Yeah.
Local police background is important. Our liaison with local police is very strong.
And so what are the big things
right now that are threats in the casino? Not like obviously bombs and guns and things like that, but in terms of like card counting is the big thing, or is it?
Well, I mean, as you know, card counting is not necessarily illegal. The advantage play is always something that we look at. We do. Obviously, it takes away from our own players that are coming into play. As far as threats that are concerned that we've talked about recently, and I've talked about myself with Mr. Jonathan here, will be IT-related threats, things of that nature that are coming from the outside. An outside company threatening our assets in that fashion. That's something that we look at a great deal. I look at it too in that way.
Cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity is a big part of it.
Is that on the floor in terms of like the slot machines being compromised, or more like overall?
Once you compromise the system, you can get it. To like what happened at MGM, you can get everywhere once you get into the system because they're all in it.
What happened at MGM?
You didn't hear about their cyber attack?
No.
It was in October, November. They got hacked and they were held to ransom. But they didn't pay it. They didn't pay it. They shut down all their systems. Cyber attacks are use these like fancy words for how you get hacked.
Yeah.
Some guy called up and said, my email's been reset, can you give me the password? And they let them in.
You know, I want him to tell me an Ocean's 11 story, but that's just not the reality.
I would love to be able to, but if I had one, I probably shouldn't tell you about it.
We don't know if there was one.
Fair enough.
Give me one of these.
You got it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys.
I appreciate it.
Were you born between 1989 and 1999? If so, you can get $250 to spend at Taco Bell completely free. And I can tell you right now, this is going.
All right, this is your setup, huh?
This is my setup, yeah. So we're all open plan. Got a little surveillance system there. You'll pan across that. You won't focus on that because.
Okay, we're gonna see that quickly.
Because we don't do that, but I can see everything going on in the building at any time. That's the kitchens. That's us right there in the office. So I can see what's happening at any point in the building, and then I can call security or surveillance to ask them to look further into anything, see who's in the building.
Okay, and that's just constantly running 24/7.
That's running 24/7. But then, if I want to, so like there's a table that I can zoom in on that table with perfect. These are not depending on the quality of the camera, you have PTZs that you can actually zoom in and see the color of the chips. The detail is
really
100% basically.
And is there any triggers automatically on here? Is there
not for me, but upstairs in surveillance they have.
There
that.
is, okay.
Yeah.
And there's a whole nother level of surveillance.
Oh, there's a whole room full of it. Screens everywhere. No, that's the one room where we're not allowed to take people unless they're authorized.
Not authorized.
Yeah.
So wait, just explain it to me then. There's a whole other floor.
There's a secret room in the building.
Okay.
On another floor.
We don't know where.
You don't know where. In fact, most people here don't know where it is, and the people that work in the room are undercover agents. They're not dressed in any. They dress like civilians. No, they don't wear name tags. They're walking through the building eating donuts. You wouldn't know it's them. I know who they are because I met them. So you see how many cameras now here? These are all individual cameras in the building. You can pan, but don't want to hold on there. The guys in the camera room, they know exactly what those numbers are, what they're looking at. And then if they have a security says, hey, keep an eye on this, look at that, or table games is an action, they can go straight to it and watch it. We've got the parking garage, we've got everything on here.
Okay.
If you've been in this building, you've been on these cameras. The links that go into the technology can go all sorts of levels. You have database sharing, you have AI recognition, there's many things you can do with the system.
Okay.
But,
that's, I guess, the question.
But again, it's really looking out for pretty basic things, like is an employee stealing out of a cash register?
Okay.
Things like that are not that, high-tech level, but everything is there. You can see the craps game, right?
You want to take your shirt off.
You want? Really?
Yeah. Go back to that one. I think it maybe would just be his hoodie, but the guy I was just taking his shirt off at the craps table.
How excited! People love watching the cameras.
Because it's like a movie. You're seeing this surveillance that no one ever gets to see, and you're getting to see. I'm gonna just have to explain it to you. You got to trust me. Every single table, the slot machines, every inch and angle. You probably saw me at the fitness center this morning.
Did you use the gym?
Yeah, beautiful.
You like the Schwarzenegger mural?
It's a great gym.
It's a good gym.
You had the bags in there. That was very impressive.
It's a good gym. Yeah.
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is from movies, but I'm sure people would be interested in it. Tell me about the underworld. Tell me about, is there people knocking at the door asking for a percentage?
Skimming? No.
Yeah, what's it like these days? Obviously, the history of Las Vegas is very colorful.
Yeah.
What is it like now, if as much as you can tell me about?
Look, I can't speak for everyone, but I'm it's pretty clear there is no mob in Vegas anymore. We have a sign in Oscars that says there's no such thing as the mob. Definitely that's not true either. Once upon a time there was a mob in Vegas. It's been gone for years. Everyone I've talked to that was here in the old days Some of them preferred the old days.
Okay.
But no, it's too regulated. It's too public, and there's no such thing as the mob in Vegas today, in my experience.
Okay.
And here's Oscar Goodman,
All right.
the godfather of the mob representation. But let me just ask him, Oscar, OBG, listen, I'm with some guys and they have a camera. Are you okay with being are you okay with me asking you a question on camera?
When?
Right this second. It's not a big question, but he wants to know if there's such a thing as the mob.
Who wants to know this? A former FBI agent?
Are you a former FBI agent?
No, just a lonely YouTuber.
Do you think there's a mob, Oscar? Is there still a mob today
Where?
in Las Vegas?
Absolutely not.
What's in the underworld of Is there an underworld in Las Vegas? Who's pulling the strings in Las Vegas?
MGM.
All right, OBG, you're the best. How you doing? You feeling good?
I feel terrific. Yeah, MGM, they're the biggest crooks in town. And it's the second biggest crook.
Now, Oscar, to give you some credibility here, was it true that you used to be the lawyer for some of these
Alleged
characters?
mobsters.
Refuted mobsters, yes, for all of them.
Okay, and how did it dissolve? At what point was it no longer? Did they get bought out?
When I decided to run for mayor, they all knew they couldn't stay here anymore, so they left.
Oh, and when was that?
In 1999, I won for mayor, and they knew that they had nobody else to represent them, so they all went other places.
True story.
Wow, and so did they sell off their assets?
Assets? They never had any assets. You sound like the IRS now.
All right, Oscar, you're the best. I'll see you.
Whoever this guy is, charge him double for the dinner series next week.
No further
you should
questions.
come to the dinner. You should come to our dinner series. All right, Oscar. I'll call you later.
I'll have you going for the border by the time you're through if you come to the dinner series. I will eat you alive in front of everybody.
Right, Oscar.
I don't want any trouble, Oscar.
Call you later.
Okay, talk to you later.
Bye. So that guy, if you've seen the movie Casino,
Yeah.
he plays himself in the movie Casino.
Okay.
He's the attorney to Robert De Niro. In real life, he represented all of the mob from the 80s and 90s. And then he ran for mayor in 1999. And everyone said, you're nuts, you're a mob attorney, you're a gangster, how can you be mayor? He won, ended up being mayor for 3 terms, most popular mayor in the history of Las Vegas. And then his wife ran for mayor. And so his wife's still today the mayor. And between them, they've been mayors for 25 years of the growth of Las Vegas. And he's my partner in the steakhouse and one of my best friends. And
it's named after him.
The steakhouse is named after him, but he's a great guy. And once a month, or every 2 months, we do this thing with him called the dinner series, where he talks about his old clients, or he talks about a story.
Yeah.
And the next one's coming up next Wednesday, so if you're in town, you should join us.
I gotta be in Vegas for like 3 weeks here. There's too many stories.
There's too much to do. And she is the director of casino marketing. And then she'll bring me a report every day of our top players from yesterday, who lost the most, who won the most, who's got a new player, who's an old player, someone visiting, and she'll give me the reports, which we can't obviously tell you their names and their details, but we'll evaluate their play, what games are they playing, what are they looking at.
Just tell me how much money they make.
I can't tell you that. Well, I can tell you yesterday's report. Looks like yesterday we had 7,000. What did we have? This guy's. I know this guy had a big one, but it's not printed out. It was 20 something, wasn't it? Yeah.
So explain the sheet. We have Plaza Slots. These are the people that are playing, and you have wins.
These are all the
losses.
bigger jackpots over 5,000.
Okay.
Then it's what did they end up winning and losing on that jackpot.
Okay.
This is table games. That's how much money went through the system. Slots, how much money went through the system. This is how much we won on that day. This is how much we won in that area on that day. You're not supposed to be talking about this.
I didn't.
I'm supposed to be showing you all of this. I didn't know you were looking.
All right, so those are. There's a list of names, and it says how much win versus loss. Yeah. And that's just.
And then I can granularly look into their play, which is this report. So this is this guy over here. This is how much he played this year so far. This is how much he put in. This is how much. And then, so the way it works, really, and I should have explained this to you, this is the number that everyone looks at, the daily average theoretical. That's really the number that the industry relies on. The average ADT, average daily theoretical.
Okay.
Is your ADT. So now, depending on how much time you play at the tables, depending on how much time, and this is an industry-wide metric, right? So what everybody looks at, how much time you play on a slot machine, how much, assuming you put your card in. That's the only way we know. If you don't put a card in, we don't know what you're playing. So a big thing in the industry is that, depending on a locals casino versus a strip, on the strip in downtown, give or take 40 to 60% of your play, you don't know who it is. Because you don't put a card in the machine. So you play on the machine, I have no idea who you are, what you're playing, and how much you're winning or losing. But if you put a card in, like these people, you now know what they're playing and how much they win or lose. And so they generate on that play a theoretical. And that theoretical is what she will rely on for all her decisions. So now I know what you're worth to me every day in theory. You might hit a jackpot, you might lose exceptional amounts, but there's a theoretical amount. So if you walk up to a table game and you put 10 grand on red and you win or lose, your theoretical is basically zero because you played one hand. If you play $100 a spin for 10 hours, you're generating a theoretical.
Everything is based on time.
Time and value. The amount of bet over time.
Right?
The amount of bet over time multiplied by the odds equals your theoretical, basically. And so using that theoretical, we have a value for everyone that we can then use to say, hey, you get a penthouse, you get a free dinner, you get tickets to Adele, whatever it is. I mean, I'm telling you the whole industry secrets here, but the best thing is the level player that we're attracting is not getting recognized on the strip for the most part. So I can give you a very tailored, great service versus somewhere else where you may not even be a blip on the radar.
Got you. Now, does it matter, these services you offer to these people, it doesn't matter if they win or lose then, right? If they've lost 10 grand or won 10 grand, you're still going to offer them the services because of theoretical. This wasn't in my paper.
No.
If my teacher knew that this was all a different part of it, he would not have given me an A on that paper.
Yeah. This is
All right, from here, we pause for a quick lunch, thanks to Chef Carlos and Chef Ben, who we'll get to see more of tonight at dinner. A salmon Caesar salad over a constant flow of phone calls, meetings, and a YouTuber that maybe won't shut up about his college thesis. From here, it's back down onto the casino floor, where Jonathan explains all the projects he's still working on for this property, including a beautiful old theater, an increasingly important sports book, and late night lounge and live music venue. Plus, a quick stop for some personal gambling advice.
And here we are, we've arrived at a craps table.
This is my favorite game in the casino.
Great game, and when you're at a hot table and a fun table with people with good energy, there's no better game in the casino, I would agree with you.
First question I have is the don't pass line where I should be?
Or the pass line. I mean, either one, but what you really want to make sure you do is you're taking max odds behind those bets. So if you're betting the pass line, you want to be taking the max odds behind that. And generally you want to find yourself at a table with at least 10 times odds.
Even if your number that is a 4 or something low, you still want to take that bet?
Correct.
Okay.
Because you're getting a higher payout when it hits.
Who says that? Do they
It's the
tell
house
you?
rules. Yeah, they'll tell you. They'll tell you.
Okay. All right, and tell me the worst place.
You don't really want to be betting the field.
Okay.
But generally, the best craps players are playing pass line, and then they're taking the numbers that they like
on the
up there.
Okay, so they'll
the 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Everything in the middle, fun but not effective.
Fun, but generally worse payoffs.
Worse payoffs. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gambling.
You're gambling. You're gambling, and you want to have fun, and you're at a hot table. Take it all.
Because I had a buddy that goes. He goes. I go to the casino. I play craps. They hate me because I sit quietly in the corner and I play don't pass.
Correct. That's fine.
Is that better?
It is.
Okay.
Marginally. Very marginally. It is slightly better. Yeah. I don't play don't. I don't do the don't. And most people don't like the people that don't do the don't because you're cheering against the table.
Yeah, exactly.
So generally speaking, it's frowned upon. But to your friend's point,
Slightly.
marginally. If you're playing thousands of hours, you might do it.
I'm the same way. I play the pass line because the whole reason I like craps is because everyone's on the same team.
Right.
All right. That was me geeking out over craps.
101.
We can continue to move. That was personal. That was for my own information. Next time I play craps. I go, Jonathan, you want to talk about cash for a second?
Always. It's my favorite part of the business.
All right, so the cashier's cage.
Yeah.
How much money do you have to keep on hand? How much? No, I mean, like, give me. That might have been a private question.
There is a number set based on the number of machines you have, the number of jackpots you have, and the amount of business expected on the floor. You have a number in the cage which can fluctuate, similar to kind of how they did in Ocean's 11. You know, the big fight night, big events, big action, big markers, more money in the cage.
Okay.
It doesn't really work that way, but to a degree, there's elements of that.
And where does all your money come from?
So imagine this: every machine, as you look at the machine, has a drop box in there. So you're putting dollars into that. We only take cash.
Okay.
$100 bills, whatever it is. You're putting it in the machine. It goes into a drop box.
Okay.
We have 800 machines on the floor.
Yeah.
And so every night we'll drop a different section of the floor.
Okay.
And as they pull the drop boxes out, they lock them in a cabinet.
Yeah.
It's different teams called the drop team. They take them out of the machine, then they go into the secure room in the back, and then there's another secure room, and then they go what's called the vault.
Yeah.
And that's where they empty out the machines, they count it through, and that's where all the cash is.
Ocean's 11. And then you store a little Asian fella in one of those, and pop out. And
pops out, and the cash is his.
Do you always have it on hand, or do you deposit?
Yeah, so every day the cash comes in, they count it, we keep what we need to operate in the cage, and the rest gets sent to the bank.
The bank, is this a special casino bank that...
Bank like you walk into?
No, you guys have so much more cash in my bank.
Very interesting.
First of its kind, it's a casino that you can't smoke in. Just very simply put. And in here, you have copyright-free music playing. So we encourage people to come in here and film, play slots on YouTube, post it.
So you're very cutting edge in that way that, I mean, most casinos try to shut down cameras, and you're promoting the cameras. Because there's a YouTube channel that...
We have a partnership with Brian Christopher Slots. There's a giant homage.
Oh, there's a giant cut on him.
He's got a bonus. Congratulations.
All right.
And so Mary's been with us 27 years. Takes care of the machines and the customers, and that's her job.
Yes, thank you.
And to make me happy.
Yes, definitely to make him
Which
happy.
she does.
That's the biggest
Which she
part.
does easily.
First downtown smoke-free, okay. Because everybody used to smoke downtown.
That's right. And they say 82% of people don't smoke.
Yes.
And only 18% do. The problem is the 18% that do also happen to like gambling a lot.
It was great to meet you.
You too. Nice meeting you.
All right, let's roll.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Come on in.
Jonathan already knows I'm a sucker for donuts, so this is ridiculous.
This little 500, 600 square foot space has become a staple of downtown just in the last 6 months since we built it.
All right, back in the main offices now. Oh man.
Oh my God.
You know, the smell just jumps out and hits me.
That's the dirty twist, one of my favorites. That's the dope crow I can choose.
Cheers. This is my cup of tea.
See, I like
what do you do with the guys?
I just don't like them big old brick donuts that they got though. I like
That's cheap.
small, crispy cream.
It's funny because everyone is most interested in old Vegas.
Yeah, of course. It's a folklore.
Look at them big old brick donuts, bruh. I can't do that. I'll be sleepy after I eat it. I'll be full. I'll be like, nah, too much carbs. I like them little small donuts that you take 2-3 bites out of it and you good, man. Krispy Kremes.
Blame casino.
We don't get to break the knuckles like the old days.
Can't do that anymore?
Can't do that. We have a holding room, and then Metro comes depending on the significance of the crime. It's private property. We can trespass them from coming back here.
Oh, okay.
And in the old days, it was called 86. It was 8 miles out, 6 feet under. So
that's where it comes from?
It was their way of saying 86 them. Take them 8 miles out and bury them 6 feet down. So 86 means you're getting whacked, basically.
Kill them.
Today, it doesn't mean that. Today, it just means throw them out the casino.
Sure. Sure.
But behave yourself and eat your donut quickly.
just shut up and eat your donut. All right, when I finish this donut, hit the road. Day in the life. That's pretty sweet. This evening, Jonathan and the team are invited to an awards ceremony right down the street, hosted by the mayor of Las Vegas, where they're nominated for their work on revitalizing the historic Carousel Bar, the landmark right out front that you see when you come to the plaza.
How are you? See you every week now. It's great. Hi, Mrs. Mayor.
Tonight is very special.
Ooh, that's a hint.
Once again.
Thank you.
Probably
it's all thanks to her.
And no, but the truth is, for a quarter of a century, we have not been indicted for anything. We are mayors that are clean.
Mayors of integrity.
25 years of a clean
How's it going?
record.
Do you need? Are you guys? Does he need dinner tonight, or has he got dinner, Oscar?
No, he won't eat without
I
me.
know. You want to send him a ribeye from Oscar's?
Oh my God, then I wouldn't have to cook.
Yeah, ribeye medium rare, cream spinach, potato, and a carpaccio.
Now, I don't know if it was the creamed spinach that pushed them over the top, but they won. And I'm awarded with a very important reminder of the power of building relationships, especially in a town like Las Vegas. Jonathan drops off the food order to Mrs. Mayor for her husband, Oscar, which I unsuccessfully try to get him to say that it was from me to get back in his good graces after our phone call. But regardless, we head back for dinner.
The Urban Design Award for preservation and adaptive reuse for the Carousel Bar. Very honored, because one of the things we were worried about when planning the Carousel Bar was, would it look out of place? Would it be weird? Would it be it was a risk to take for such a historic location. But to see it come together today and to be recognized for it now 6 months later, it's awesome. It came out great. Well-deserved winners.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's probably why I didn't see it, because when I went there last year, it was all like fenced off and not up.
After a full-on day, we finish up back at the hotel in Oscars.
This is the booth. This is the scene in Casino where De Niro and Stone have a fight. And this is where you end up downtown for great drinks, great steaks, great food. This is where you want to be. So we're back down here now and ready to relax.
Cap here.
So you ever had a rib cap?
Rib
Cap.
Rib cap. No.
It's literally the cap of a ribeye. Yep, we're good. This is my new staple.
Okay. Now I'm gonna start ordering rib cap.
You'll only get at really good places, but it's a spectacular cut of meat.
And in regards to whales, do you get them into Oscars?
Oh, yeah. The one lady over there, she just hit a jackpot for 14,000.
She just hit a jackpot for 14,000.
14 grand. She's having dinner. We're gonna get her nice and fed, and then she'll go downstairs and play more. She'll get a free meal because she's a good player.
All right, one question for you, John.
Yep, only one.
Well, last question. Last question of the day, I promise. Oxygen being pumped in the casino, is that a real thing?
Total myth.
Really?
There's a couple of those myths. Like there's no clocks in the casino, or there's no natural light. Now everyone's building with natural light.
Okay.
Clocks, sure, but that's because there's not much wall space. But it's only like a.
That's not a strategy.
And there's no oxygen being pumped into the casino. Total wipe still. I mean, at the end of the day, there's this psychology that the truth is, everyone gambles. Everyone gambles at some level, and then who gambles? If you get someone a good time, they'll keep gambling.
Okay.
That's really all it is. It's pretty basic business.
Okay.
You don't need to do all those things. The myth would be have more friendly dealers. The friendlier the dealer, the longer you're going to play. You don't need to pump oxygen. Just have a really fun dealer engaging you. That's like oxygen to some people.
You always hear it's like, well, they pump oxygen, and that's why you stay awake. But you should probably stay awake because the dopamine.
Because you're having a fucking great time. If you can know the people and take interest in them and offer them a level of service and experience that they're not getting on the strip, that's how you win them. Because everything in downtown is getting better.
Okay.
But now when I hear from people, they come down here because of the people, the service. They feel special. They can meet me. They can meet a team member on the floor. That's an experience they're not getting on the strip in most cases.
We're gonna wrap here. We're gonna let this guy get some sleep. Go home and see his family. If you guys ever come to Vegas, I can now tell you. I mean, it was basically a paid advertisement for this guy all day. But I mean, I tell you, with all honesty, it is truthful. I mean, he was going around meeting people all day, and I'll say this behind his back, and might as well say it to his face. There's something very endearing because we have been on the other side of the strip, and it just feels like you're in a massive factory, and that's people like that as well, right? People like giant carnival cruises, but if you want some one-on-one attention, you want people to know your name, and obviously if you like bingo, you got to come down here. But come check out the plaza. That's the best promotion I can give as a gift for Jonathan giving your time today.
Thank you for taking the time to follow me around and see what happens a day in the life in downtown Vegas.
The truth is, you have my dream job. I mean, I did that paper for a reason when I was in college, and this is like to be able to just move around and move through and meet people. I did that paper for a reason when I was in college, and this is like to be able to just move around and move through and meet people and organize and the math and the gaming systems, the psychology. I love all of it, so I appreciate it. I'm watching from afar, just being like, lucky man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything. Congratulations on today. And as always, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have other ideas for episodes of Day in the Life, make sure you leave a comment or send me a DM.
And tell all your best friends about me.
Jonathan already gave me like 30 people, so we might be moving to Vegas. Huge shout out to Nick behind the camera today as well. Thank you. Listen, I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't gamble a ton.
You don't drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Kind of boring guy.
This is it.
I eat donuts.
This and hookers.
What's your step here?
This is cool. Oh no, that's embarrassing.
Come on.
We're gonna have to start all over again. Oh, come
Honestly,
on.
The best part is if I try to bend down, my pants may rip.
This is Oscar. That's the guy we just got off the phone with who said he's gonna destroy me.
I'm gonna take the team to Oscars afterwards.
It's a video.
It's a video.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah. He's going to tell you all about Super Bingo.
Super Bingo is no joke. You got to come out here and check it out. It is a sea of people and it is chaotic.
I said people, you heard it from the man.
There's some conversations I'm not allowed to be a part of.
This is a secret conversation. So I gotta stand off to the side a little bit when they're discussing low-key information. I try to get a lot out of Gil, but you know, he's head of security. He's not gonna crack. That's it? Anything else you want to say?
No.
Shout outs?
Okay. It was honored to be here. I've said enough today. Give me a break.
So let me explain something to you. Self-destruction has a tremendous release of chemicals that a person who has no dopamine needs. That's why people enjoy losing. Listen, this is unbelievable advice from an old man. This is why people enjoy losing as much as winning.
That's a wild theory to have. Hey, appreciate everybody stop by. Thank you. Like I said, just in and out stream because I wanted to watch that, and I was like, might as well have it live stream because I was gonna watch it anyway. Time for me to go to bed. Catch you guys.